Two countries are building the future. One can construct entire cities, thousands of kilometers of high-speed rail, and some of the world's largest ports in remarkably short periods of time. The other created many of the technologies powering the modern world, yet can spend years debating whether a single bridge or railway should even be built. So why does it sometimes feel like China builds faster than America? The obvious answer is money. But that's not the real answer, because both countries invest enormous amounts in infrastructure. The real difference lies in how they build. Right now, the United States and China are competing in what may become the most important infrastructure race of the century. Not just roads, not just bridges, but power grids, semiconductor factories, AI data centers, ports. The difference begins long before the first shovel touches the ground. Imagine two countries deciding to build the exact same high-speed railway. They have similar engineers, similar machinery, similar access to steel and concrete. Yet one project finishes years earlier. Why? Because construction isn't usually the slowest part. Approval is. In China, major infrastructure projects are often driven through a highly centralized planning system. National and provincial governments can coordinate land acquisition, financing, utilities, and construction under one strategic objective. Once a project receives approval, thousands of workers and dozens of contractors can begin almost simultaneously. The result is extraordinary speed. This is how China built the world's largest high-speed rail network in just over 2 decades, connecting hundreds of cities with tens of thousands of kilometers of track. But speed comes with trade-offs. Communities have fewer opportunities to challenge projects. Decisions are made from the top down, and rapid construction can place enormous pressure on local governments and public finances. The American system looks very different. A major infrastructure project may require environmental reviews, public consultations, local approvals, state agencies, federal agencies, and multiple rounds of legal challenges before construction even begins. To critics, it looks painfully slow. To supporters, those delays exist for a reason. They protect property rights, environmental standards, and public accountability. In other words, America has optimized for scrutiny. China has optimized for execution. Neither system is free. One pays with time, the other pays with flexibility. And nowhere is this contrast becoming more important than artificial intelligence. Because the next generation of AI won't just need smarter software. It will need power stations, semiconductor factories, transmission lines, and data centers built at unprecedented speed. The question is no longer who can invent the future. It's who can build it before everyone else. Transmission lines, and the industrial systems that will support the next generation of technology. Every artificial intelligence breakthrough we've explored in this series eventually leads back to the same question. Where will it run? The answer isn't inside a smartphone. It's inside physical infrastructure worth hundreds of billions of dollars. And both nations know it. China has spent decades expanding high-speed rail, modern ports, and industrial manufacturing capacity on an extraordinary scale. Meanwhile, the United States remains home to many of the world's most valuable technology companies, but often faces a very different challenge: building quickly. That raises an uncomfortable question. If the AI revolution depends on physical infrastructure, does the country that builds faster gain the advantage? Or is speed only part of the story? Because as we'll discover, these two nations aren't really building the same way. They're building according to two completely different systems. And understanding that difference may explain far more than the future of artificial intelligence. It may explain the future of global economic power itself. So who is actually winning? The answer is more complicated than most headlines suggest. China has become exceptionally good at building physical infrastructure. High-speed rail, modern ports, industrial parks, power grids, and increasingly massive AI campuses designed for the next generation of computing. The United States has taken a different path. Rather than dominating construction speed, it has produced many of the companies driving the AI revolution itself. NVIDIA designs the world's leading AI processors. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and OpenAI are building some of the most influential AI platforms on Earth. In many ways, one country excels at building infrastructure. The other excels at building technology. But the AI era is beginning to blur that distinction. Today, software alone is no longer enough. The smartest AI model means very little without enough chips to train it. The fastest processor means little without factories to manufacture it. And none of it matters without data centers, electricity, and the physical infrastructure to keep everything running. This is why both nations are now investing hundreds of billions into the same objective. Not simply becoming AI leaders, but becoming infrastructure leaders. The real competition isn't about who builds the tallest bridge or the longest railway. It's about who can create the complete ecosystem where innovation and infrastructure reinforce each other. History suggests that the countries leading major technological revolutions rarely rely on one advantage alone. They combine research, manufacturing, energy, and construction into a single economic engine. And that's exactly what we're witnessing today. The AI race isn't just happening inside laboratories. It's happening on construction sites, inside semiconductor factories, across power grids, and in the decisions governments make about the infrastructure of tomorrow. So perhaps the better question isn't whether China is building faster than America. It's whether either country can build fast enough for the AI revolution that's already underway. If you enjoyed this documentary and want to understand the hidden forces shaping the future of technology, business, and global infrastructure, subscribe to Future Capital. Because the future isn't predicted, it's built.